Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Greg Sloop, and it's time for Live at 5 on this Sunday, July 6th, 2025. Hope you've had an absolutely wonderful Sunday. It was a great day here at Kannapolis Church of God. We're excited to also have a prayer service tonight at 6 p.m. If you're in the area, we'd love to have you come by and be with us. And then right after the prayer service, we're going to have a time of fellowship. If you're in the area of 2211 West 8th Street, Kannapolis, North Carolina, we'd love to have you come by, be a part of our prayer service tonight. We are continuing our look at Psalm 119. Tonight we're up to the strophe identified by the Hebrew letter Resh. The basic theme of this entire passage, these 8 verses, is prayers in a time of need. You'll see that throughout this is an element of lament petition. That means there's a problem, there's stress, there's a situation, and there is a petition going out to God to bring a close to this problem in life, whatever it might be. 3 times the psalmist writes to have their life saved with death impending. There is Yahweh's compassion and loyalty that is talked about, and it concludes with a consoling note of the lasting nature of the Torah, and also implies Yahweh's permanence as a result of that, and gives hope to sufferers that think that their life may be cut short. All of that will come out as we read through it. We're going to read it. We're going to talk about it just a little bit more. And then in the end, we'll pray through Psalm 119, verses 153 through 160. Let's start with verse 153 of Psalm 119. Consider my affliction, Consider my affliction and deliver me, for I do not forget your law. Plead my cause and redeem me. Revive me according to your word. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they do not seek your statutes. Great are your tender mercies, O Lord. Revive me according to your judgments. Many are my persecutors and my enemies, yet I do not turn from your testimonies. I see the treacherous and am disgusted, because they do not keep your word. Consider how I love your precepts. Revive me, O Lord, according to your loving kindness. The entirety of your word is truth, and every one of your righteous judgments endures forever. Well, as we look back through these verses, each verse does have some word that references the law or the word of God or truth. There's so many things that David uses to identify the word of God. He says in the first verse, verse 153, consider my affliction and deliver me, because I do not forget your law, thereby connecting the law and someone's not only memory of it, but they're living it out, being a way to then petition for the help of God in a situation of affliction for their deliverance. The psalmist is saying, I've not forgotten your law. I've stayed with your law. I've learned it. I have it in my heart. I have it in my mind. Therefore, I need you, Lord. Deliver me from my affliction. Verse 154. Plead my cause and redeem me. Again, asking him to redeem. In the first verse, it was talked about deliverance. Then in this one, it talks about redemption and revival. Plead my cause and redeem me. And immediately asks, revive me according to your word. So the word is also not only something that the psalmist has learned and has not forgotten, that gives him entree into the throne room of God, but now also it is the means whereby redemption and revival come. Verse 155, salvation is far from the wicked, for they do not seek your statutes. So he's saying here that those who are wicked and do not know, do not read, do not study, do not commit to memory, do not seek even the statutes of God, they have no standing. Salvation cannot come to them. The wicked are not saved because they do not have the statutes of God in their hearts. Then verse 156, great are your tender mercies, or many are your tender mercies, O Lord. Revive me according to your judgments. So he talks about judgments here, and he asks for the mercy of God, those great tender mercies. And he asks again the second time for revival according to the judgments, according to your word in the second verse, and now in this verse, according to your judgments, revive us. Then in verse 157, he talks about again his plight. Many are my persecutors and my enemies. He's got a lot of people after him. He's got a lot of people wanting to hurt him, wanting to take advantage of him. But he says, yet I do not turn from your testimonies. He says, I know that the only thing I can count on, the only thing that I can depend on when it comes to redeeming me or helping me from my persecutors and my enemies is the word of God. We need to live in the word so that we have that access to God. Verse 158, I see the treacherous and am disgusted. He said earlier that the wicked do not have any chance. Salvation is far from the wicked in verse 155. And now he goes back to that general thought process and says, I see the treacherous. That's the same as the wicked. I see the treacherous and I am disgusted. He acts like he's revolted at the very idea of someone not wanting to obey God, those who would be treacherous. He says, because they do not keep your word. Not keeping the word of God is ill. It is lawless. It is unwise. It is frivolous. It is careless. It is cavalier. So he says, because they don't keep your word, they disgust me. Verse 159. Consider how I love your precepts. He says, they don't, but I do. I love your precepts, and I want you, he said, revive me, O Lord, according to your loving kindness. So not only does he love the word of God and then feels that that brings on the revival of the Lord, but also the loving kindness of the Lord brings about that revival as well. It is by his mercy, it is by his grace, it is by his loving kindness that we receive revival. And then in verse 160, this is the first time I recall seeing this throughout all of Psalm 119. We find that two times in verse 160, there's another passage that one verse didn't have a reference to the word, but in this one, twice in the verse 160, you say the entirety of your word is truth. So the word is equal with truth. All of the word is truth, not just part, not just some, but all of the word. And then he says, and every one of your righteous judgments, that's another word for the word of God, endures forever. So the word is truth. The judgments endure forever. So we see here again the power, the strength of the word of God. We see in this that David, the psalmist, believes that the word of God is the key to deliverance. It's the key to knowledge. It is the key to the blessings of God. It is the key to the throne room. It is the key to the altar. It's the key to everything. We need to be people of the word. And if we are people of the word, then we can be people of prayer who see prayers answered because we are people of the word. And that's the word for today. It's good to see some of you on with us. I see Sharon Noblet and Kathleen Palace. There are several others I see that are watching but aren't identified right now. We thank you so much for being with us, whatever time of day or night. And the fact that you're here at 5 is special because we get to converse just a little bit. Thank you for taking time. And it is our honor to bring this to you each day, Monday through Friday and Sunday from Psalm 119, Monday through Friday from the New Testament. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Spend time with God and the Word of God and prayer every day. It is the absolute best thing you can do to start your day, or whatever time of day or night it is. It can help you. Be back tomorrow morning, about 6 a.m. We're going to have a blog loaded up from the book of 1 Corinthians. We're into 1 Corinthians now for our weekday Bible study, and spend time with that tomorrow morning whenever you're able. It'll be there at 6, but you can watch it anytime all day at gregsloop.com. Go by and read it, rather, gregsloop.com. And then come back at 5 p.m. right where you're watching this today and see this opportunity to hear it talked about and elaborated on just a bit. And love to see you, whatever time of day or night. And that could be your devotions or It could just be something extra you do to hear more about the Word of God. Whatever it might be, we welcome you. Please know we're praying for you, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, live at 5.